All right, we'll have that.
So my name is Virginia Vicus. I am the family, oh man, I wrote it down, hold on. So I've been with Family Connection for like 4 years now. My title has changed several times, and I just got a new one. So it's the Family Program Support Manager. So I'll talk about my new program here in a little bit, but I'm just going to start with kind of Family Connection 101, forget the resources. If you would like that presentation, we can do it another day. So Family Connection, we've been around since 1990. We were started by a group of parents who kind of saw a need to come together to just kind of, a united group is better than single families doing the same thing. So from there we've grown. These are all the different programs that we kind of are affiliates of. The big one being Parent to Parent, and then now Department of Ed. So I'll go into parent support. Mike, if I'm moving too much from the video, I don't know. Okay, I'll go back to the side. So parent support. So kind of our capstone is our parent to support, that one-on-one support. So whether that's a family coming in who has a child with a special health care need or disability and they're talking to one of our volunteer support parents, which we have over 600 in our system, or they can be matched with staff who are part-time with us. And so they're helping those parents just kind of navigate this new season of life that they have found themselves in. So whether that's the support parent is supporting on a specific diagnosis, that can be anything from ADHD, autism, the whole alphabet of disabilities. Our parent navigators do a little more intensive support. So they're not supporting on a specific diagnosis. It's more of just kind of a general, we have a new diagnosis, what do I do now? I've been dropped into this new world, I'm lost, I need some guidance. So that's kind of where our parent navigators vary from our support parents. And then over the years we have added and expanded some programs. Our big one is Project Breathe Easy. So this is for families who have a child with asthma. So we're going into the home. They're doing pre and post tests for these families, providing mattress and pillow encasements. We work closely with GHS in their asthma clinic. Here, we also are involved with Asmania, which is an ANMED. So this is one of our biggest evidence-based programs, and with that, we saw the need to expand our evidence-based programs, which I'm going to talk more about a couple of those. So anyone with a child with asthma can be involved with that. Family Foundations is one of our newer programs. It's been in our Columbia area for about 3 years now. We've just brought it to Greenville, which is part of my new role change. Then our Parent Engagement and Training Manager. So a few years ago we were asked to, and we applied for the Parent Training Information Center funding, which is PTI. Every state has one of those. We were granted that. With that, we were able to expand our team around education support. And then also new this year is Triple P Stepping Stones. So, is it going? It's not going. Okay. So then we also have always had a very large Hispanic support program. They've now dubbed themselves the Latinos Making Connections. Right here it says we have 6 across the state. I think within the past couple weeks that's even grown more. All of these ladies are bilingual and they're cross-trained in all of our programs. So that way when a family comes into us, they're getting one person who can help them do it all. And I have with me today Yuri Cardona, who has been with Family Connection for a long time. She worked with our asthma program. She's now with our education team, but she's wonderful with families. So she serves the families in the upstate here. Okay. If I'm going too fast, please, because I kind of have a tendency to go fast and ramble. So then we have our health care. So this program, we have 2 ladies in our Columbia office. If any of you have ever had questions about Medicaid and called Family Connection, more than likely you've talked to Beverly and Shannon. They are great. They help parents who maybe already have a child with Medicaid or TEFRA, or are thinking about it, or just have insurance questions in general, or waiver service questions. They kind of help those parents through the whole process. If they're applying for Medicaid, have been denied, they can help with any appeals. The recent work that was done around the CMS final rule, they stay on top of all of that so that if parents are confused, they can explain what's going on. They also provide Medicaid Workshop, so if you guys have staff that need training in Medicaid, if you yourself are curious, we bring them to our area. I think she has one planned in September for the upstate. So keep an eye out for all of that. Okay. And then education. So I'm just going to touch a little bit on this. So like I mentioned, we are the PTI. With that, we've expanded our program. So we have the family engagement managers. The name you should know for the upstate is Melissa Sanders. If you have a family who has an IEP, IFSP 504, they don't know what they need, they can call our toll-free number. And we have staff who, in our Family Information Center, they kind of triage it, so they can answer some basic questions and kind of give them some understanding on the front end. Anything that's escalated or more involved, they will send it out to our area. So Melissa and then Yuri works with the Hispanic families. They can go to Iep Meetings. We kind of have the criteria to see if they qualify for that. They definitely like to meet with parents if the parents are interested in, look over all their paperwork, make sure that the parents are comfortable with what they're going into this meeting. Are they prepared? Do they understand what's in front of them? Helping that parent find their voice and understand that, the questions you need to ask and feeling comfortable going into these meetings. So that's kind of our role. We've been doing this for a long time now. We kind of are paid to do this. We, though, don't speak for the families. We're not paid advocates. I just want to kind of mention that. We empower the parents to find their voices and empower the children to find their voices as well. Is that good? Yes. All right, professional development. So you guys are probably familiar with this. We have our Hopes and Dreams conference every year. These are chances for folks to come out. We offer CEUs for our workshops. We also do a Down syndrome conference, and we've been contracted to run several other conferences, like an autism conference. We also do workshops, so anything that you could think of, education, if it's basic understanding the IEP, like I mentioned, the Medicaid, any type of workshop that you're interested in, whether it's for your staff or your families that you guys serve, let us know. We have a dedicated staff person to do that for us. And then advocacy. So kind of the big point with this is just, we are parents, serving parents. I'll say not everyone on our staff is a parent, but the majority of us on staff are parents. So kind of our big part with our advocacy swish now is helping parents and children find their voices. So like recently, if any of you guys follow us on social media, you probably saw our big push with the recent Medicaid things that were going on. So we were encouraging parents to get out there, call their legislatures, be the voice that drives these movements. So that's kind of our thing with advocacy, is making sure we're helping parents rally together to make change. Okay. Anything about that whirlwind of just like general family connection before I go into a couple of things? Okay. One thing I didn't mention, and I don't have slides because the presenter that was going to be with me today, she had got the stomach bug last night, so I kind of had to like hurry up and learn her side. So last fall, a group of us went through the Triple P Stepping Stones training. So many of you maybe have heard of Triple P, so it's the Positive Parenting Program. There's different levels. Stepping Stones focuses on families who have a child with a disability. So it's age 3 to 12. We are getting those parents one-on-one. Let me find it. I should know it. I am actually a practitioner for that program, but sometimes you forget things. So it's the Positive Parenting Program. We are working with parents to kind of build their toolbox. So if they have some behaviors going on in their child, maybe toileting is an issue, or sleep, or kind of getting the children on a routine, we have a practitioner that's going to do one-on-one, in-person meetings with their family. So they're going to identify the behavior, they're going to set up a plan that is the parent is deciding on. So it's not we're saying you have to do this. We're walking through this program with the parents, giving them the tools, and they're like, okay, I can work this into my schedule. I can take a tally of how many times they're, having a tantrum in the day. Then we'll come back and meet with them again, kind of going to give them some tools to implement and practice to reduce this behavior. So we have the one-on-one. Then we also do seminars. So there's 3 90-minute seminars that we can do for a group of 2 or for a group of 200. Several of us, well, we all actually kind of were certified in that, but several of us can do it in the upstate. And so the seminars are 90 minutes. You can do them standalone or you can do the series of 3. We do have the 3-part series coming up in September. If you're interested, let me know and I can get you all that information. The topics are positive parenting for children with a disability, helping your child reach their potential, and then changing a problem behavior into a positive behavior. Any of these things that you're interested in, I have cards over there, or just call our toll-free number or go on our website and all the information is there. Okay, so this is our new program here in the upstate. Myself and Susan Castro, who's sitting back there, she's on my team now. Many of you guys are familiar with Susan. I've worked with her over the years that she's been with us, whether through Family Connection or many of her other roles. So we're very happy to have her as part of this team. So the Autism Parent Navigator program was started 3 years ago, piloted in our Columbia office with Rob Hawk, who's with the USC School of Social Work, and another gentleman from Family Foundations, and they saw that parents who had a child specifically with autism, but really it can, as I go through it, you'll see that this could be any parent, but for this program, they're specifically a parent of a child with autism, that within that first year of a diagnosis, they're going through a lot. They're going through a lot of emotions, they're going through a lot of information overload, and so they thought, let's give them some tools to kind of help them have better successes down the road. So the Autism Parent Navigator was developed. The first few years was a study, so there was a control group and then the study group, and so now we've kind of lifted that up and they've brought it to Greenville, but it's 6 sessions in the home. We are working with co-parents, so it doesn't have to be the traditional mom-dad. It's any loving adult or caring adult that's helping raise this child. So it could be a grandmother and a mom. So it just has to be 2 caring adults for this child. And they don't have to reside in the same home. So we have videos that they watch and then the curriculum that they go through. Each session involves kind of hands-on activities, so we're working on role-playing. We have gone through this session a lot with our training, and it's just kind of like things that you implement in your own family, and it's kind of nice, a nice refresher. But we're getting those parents talking, giving them some tools, and so then they are given homework. That homework is kind of like identify some resources that you want to learn about. I'm here to help you. What are some things you want to work on? And then throughout the sessions, the parent navigators are taking notes so that the next week we can pick up where we've left off and kind of help them on the back end. So these are the 4 kind of main areas for this program: navigating autism spectrum disorder, the parent-child relationship, the co-parenting relationship, and the parent well-being. Which that end one is kind of hard if you're a parent yourself. You don't always think to take care of yourself. So we spend some time on what that is like. So navigating autism. So we just kind of provide the parents with basic knowledge of what this is and just kind of skills. How can you go about learning things? What is it that you need to do if it's a young child? Do you have an EI? Do you know what service coordination is? So it's just kind of those basic things. We're kind of helping them understand, so we're really turning it to them. Do you have questions? What are you feeling like? The videos that we show are great. So they're parents who are further along in their journey, and they really just kind of keep it real. They're saying things that these parents are maybe don't think it's okay to say out loud, but then they see other parents have these same feelings, and they're like, okay, I'm not bad for having this thought. So, and then they also get supports and services as well, and kind of learn more about what's out there. We focus on the parent-child relationship, so just kind of giving them skills to get them more in tune with their child. So one of the things is playtime. So if any of you are EIs, you're probably really familiar with this. So it's like, don't have like child-directed play. So like if they say, let's play with this car. Well, this is a car for the next 5 minutes, and we're going to, and go with that activity and not correct them. So just kind of reworking how they are maybe interacting with their child. And in turn, that's giving them a better relationship with their child. And then we're working on behavior. So you guys are probably familiar with the ABCs of behavior, the antecedent of behavior, and then the consequence. So we kind of walk the parents through what that is, helping them identify that as well. The co-parent relationship, this is one that, all of this kind of recurs through all the sessions, so it's not like each session is standalone. So we're really working on communication with those co-parents. They are working on individual goals and then shared goals as well. And then just kind of showing them the importance of having that strong unit for the family. So if the parents are together as a united front, then that child can be more successful and see that, hey, I asked mom this question and she said no. Dad's probably going to say no too because they communicate, they talk. So we're teaching them, about that. One of the kind of side note interesting things about this is one of the activities is division of labor. I looked at this myself with my husband. We have 2 children. We have a 3-year-old and a 5-month-old. And so it's kind of one of those where, oh my gosh, I think I do all of this 100%, so it really makes you look and you're like, oh my gosh, they pitch in more than we think. And giving compliments, we worked on that yesterday as a staff on our call. That's a very hard one. I can't take them. Kind of okay at giving them. So anyways, it's just kind of working on that and changing the way you think and do things in your relationship. And then parent well-being. So everyone's probably heard or experienced at some point caregiver stress. So you just kind of get run down. You don't take care of yourself. So we give them tools to, is it 5 minutes? Are you going to go on a walk for 5 minutes by yourself? If that's something you enjoy to do, ask your partner. Would you like, this is something I like to do. Would you like to join me? Or if your partner likes to just sit and watch, a night show after the kids have gone to bed, kind of doing things together, but making sure you have found something that you like to do. And maybe you don't have time for it every day, but if you can find a little bit of time throughout the week, it kind of just helps your mental health. We also do mindfulness techniques. I had thought about doing it today with y'all, but it's lunch, people get full, I didn't want you to fall asleep. But we work on breathing and just kind of calming. We do it at the beginning or the end of the session and just kind of some type of relaxation before we jump in or end the session. And one of the cool activities too, right here for body awareness, is we have a little image and we give them a pen and we're like, when you're angry, mark on your body where you feel this. Well, you really have to think, like, how do you feel your anger? Right now, if I had a pen and the thing was like nervousness, it would be my face and my neck because I'm all red, So you're just kind of like looking on where on your body do you get angry and you tense your hand. Well, other people can see that. And then how do you feel it when you're happy and calm? And so, things like that. So just kind of becoming aware. And then your partner also notices these things. So they might say, well, when you're upset, you just kind of start pacing. Well, you might not know that you pace, but they notice it, so it's kind of back and forth. For this program, right now, because it is just Susan and I here, it is just for Greenville County, and the diagnosis has to be within the past year. The child needs to be 6 years and younger. We've had some discussions on lifting that age group. Like I said, because it is her and I just right now, we're kind of keeping it right here, only for the sole fact that we have partnered with GHS Developmental Behavioral Pediatrics. I will be at their Patewood Clinic. So I'll be meeting those families there, telling them about our program. If they're interested, then we'll enroll them. As this program grows here, if we see the need for more staff, we can always add it. But for right now, so it's her child is under 6 and living in Greenville County and been diagnosed within a year. If you have a family member, a neighbor, someone who you think could qualify for this program, please send them to us anyway. We will talk to them. If they maybe don't meet the criteria for this, we have other programs within our organization that we would love to get them in on. We also do this in Richland and Lexington counties as well. So right now we've kind of, over the past year, I would say we've been working on revamping how we do intake as an organization. So we have the Family Information Center, and so this is our toll-free line. So this is the number that we're pushing everyone to. If you call this number as a provider, as a parent, if you have education questions, the staff that man these phones are trained in that, they can answer them. If you have questions about Medicaid, they'll send you to those ladies. If you need any of us in the area offices, they'll send you out to us. But the point is, they're getting that initial person, you're talking to one person, they're putting everyone into our system and then sending it out as need be. You can also make referrals on our website, so that's right here. We've just redone that recently too, and so kind of on every page that you click on, it says make a referral. That's really nice for us because we know we're getting all the required information there. So the toll-free or our website are kind of the two ways to make referrals. Anyone can make a referral. You can make a referral. The parents can make a referral. All of the services that we offer are free to the families. And that is the end of that. I thought I had put names up there, but I guess I didn't. So anyway, do we have any questions? Yes.
Is there income eligibility?
No, anyone. Yep. Anyone can see our services, yeah. Anything else? That means I did an awesome job if that was the only question. No, I haven't.